the Dolphins and the Steelers. You're in the wrong place. But you wanted excitement with the Dolphins and the Steelers.
But you watched.
And you watch. And then all of a sudden, the mighty, mighty Dolphins, 0-6, jumped out to a 14-bagel lead, and Mike Tomlin was scowling. And the fans were booing. And you were cheering if you had the Dolphins in 14 because you were up by 28. And here comes Mason Rudolph and the Steelers. And here they come roaring back. They win. They don't cover. That was your Monday Night Football excitement last night from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the third win of the year. For the Steelers, as the Dolphins remain winless, but they try. That's what everybody tells me. Well, at least they're trying. They're out there playing hard for Coach Flores, who has, 9 picks in the top 2 rounds of the next 2 drafts. And Ryan Fitzpatrick and his beard are out there slinging it around and dropping the football and fumbling the football. And guys are turning it over, and they are your Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
There's a couple of things like we get, and I'm done with. Jose Altuve's short. If you haven't heard that one before.
And the Dolphins try.
And Ryan Fitzmagic has a beard. The magic has not been there this year.
No.
I'm tired of looking at his beard.
Yes.
Tired of watching that guy throw interceptions. Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. Why won't they play Josh Rosen? How they traded for Josh Rosen? How are they going to have any idea what they have?
They're bad
with Josh,
and then they're worse with Josh Rosen somehow. And it's just, hey, this is a veteran guy. He knows what he's doing. And he's probably great in practice. And
that's right. He
getting the play call and putting everyone in the position they need to be, and they still are terrible.
Happy Tuesday, Taco Flacco Tuesday. It's a no Flacco Tuesday. Opening drive, Jeff JJ Hoser Alden producing for you today on the visual medium, which is ProView Network. You can watch us statewide on Comcast Channel 26, of course, on ProViewNetworks.com, or on ProView Networks social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You can go to our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. No Doug Martin this morning. Hoser got a call this morning from the new sports. I haven't even met the new SID down there. I know John Vu left for Utah.
Correct.
They recently lost their SID to Utah.
I didn't catch his name, but
I unpurposely dialed. It wasn't a butt dial. I was trying to call somebody else early in the morning a couple days ago, and called him and stop, and it rang once.
Oh no!
And he's
got the one ring through.
Yeah. So he was calling me back. So no Doug Martin today. Aggies on a bye this week. They lost 41-7 last week at Georgia Southern. So we're not getting into that today, which is okay.
It's all right.
246-0610 if you want to get in. 888-922-0610. Your emails, Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com. On the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck. You can find us on the Facebook, the OD in the AM. We'll get into the World Series today, the National Football League. It is trade deadline time. A little hoops from last night. I want to still get some Tiger talk going. We got plenty to talk about today. We can continue on yesterday's conversation about football. I got a lot of conversation on football. The way we're going, Stigler, as I was walking out, Stigler has always said there should be a division between 1 and 1AA. And he says, why don't the Lobos just drop down to 1AA? And I'm like, what if they join the Big Sky? So what makes you think the Big Sky is going to want them? And what does that do for your basketball? So now you're playing Montana State and Northern Arizona and Weber State. You feel good about that? Well, no, but bring New Mexico State and UTEP with them. What makes you think New Mexico State and UTEP want to do that?
The only reservations I have about that, is the Mountain West really in that position where they wouldn't want University of New Mexico basketball? You can talk about the bylaws all you want, but if that football team somehow, whatever, they go away.
Potentially.
You think they would make that statement?
I don't think they'd prefer that. I don't think that's what they want. And I think we're talking hypotheticals because I just don't think we're going down this road. And is the Big Sky going to say, yeah, come bring your crappy football team, but not your basketball program? You're welcome with everything else, but leave your premier program over there?
Well, I don't think it's as cut and dry because they made concessions for Hawaii to be a part of this.
Okay. No, that's fine. So another league is going to say, yeah, bring your crappy everything else.
No.
But leave your premier sport over there?
But I don't think it's, there's no simple answer to this. You're not dropping down all of a sudden being better in football.
Right, so you're saying where you are is the answer.
Yes, with less scholarships.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a death blow to basketball either, but I also don't think it is a lottery ticket for basketball.
I agree with all that. I agree with all that.
You have to be better at what you do. And I think one of the biggest things yesterday and what we've talked about over the last couple of years is in this state, what do you want from the Division I football programs in this state? What kind of level of investment do you want? Of course, you want better than 3-9 in the past years, potentially losing 9 straight games this season. But you got to have a fair level of expectations. Then there also has to be fair return.
No, and with the fair level of expectations, I believe does come a fair level of commitment. And you can tell me one comes before the other, and that's fine. I don't care which way you want to put it and which goes first. But I know there's some who say they're committed. They don't. It's not committed to a point where, you know. And this isn't Eddie's fault. This isn't to compete at the level in which they should at least have a chance to compete. They're not. So when you say there's not a simple answer, there kind of is. I mean, the simple answer is stay where you are and do what you do and do it better, and just improve. Well, Jeff, it's not working. Well, you seem to be all right in cross country, and you seem to be all right when you were doing soccer, and you seem to be okay in basketball, you think. Why can't you be all right? Well, nobody wants to come to New Mexico, but they want to come to New Mexico to play soccer and baseball and basketball. Is that what you're telling me? But they just don't want to come here to play football. It can't be as simplistic as one thing. It's not. It's a variance of factors. It's not, well, they just don't want to come. There's no tradition here. Well, okay. And that's part of this problem. Well, the facilities aren't great. Well, actually, the facilities aren't horrible, but they're not great. There's whatever. You know, you can recruit to Laramie, Wyoming, where what was it, minus 20 and freezing fog yesterday?
Freezing fog.
Yeah. And you can go up there and you can find like Colorado's between the two, right? Colorado kids seem to go to Wyoming and do well. Texas kids seem to go up there and do well. California kids seem to go up there and do well. That's where Josh Allen came from. That's where Sean Chambers came from. That's where they keep finding players. I don't have the answers. I think I know what the answers are not, and they're not just one of these things. Now there are a convergence of all those factors. Yes, I'll give you that, but I'm not there yet. And I don't know that I ever will be, and so that may not be fair. I might not be the guy that's going to be objective about this. Just, you know, somehow you're going to convince UTEP and New Mexico State to come with you and bring Northern Arizona and find a bunch of teams and start your own new conference. Right
now, that doesn't sound too feasible. The thing that frustrates me in this conversation, all right, you have that idea, and there's people that talk about de-emphasizing football. You're taking some of the pressure off the athletic department to fund football. Show me the model where that's been successful.
It hasn't.
A model where, all right, a team has taken a step down or outright just stopped playing, where all of a sudden there's this huge level of investment in basketball. You can't look at finished products. And UConn has national championships. So nothing they do with their football program is going to convince me their basketball program is going to be better. Like they're already in a position. So
their basketball program has taken a step, and a significant step,
taking it
down
hit because of the American Athletic Conference, just in terms of branding, not being in the Big East.
Whether it's because of or coinciding with their membership in the American, it's gone down. They've let the Big East. Now, their branding is one thing, but their basketball, the quality, their teams have not been good. Now, did that help or did that hurt their recruiting because they're not playing Georgetown and St. John's and Syracuse anymore, as opposed to they're playing Houston and Tulsa and South Florida? Yeah, maybe it's hurt their recruiting. But it's hard for me to say that it was because of. Now, coincided, certainly, and I'm sure it was a factor. So they think going independent in football and joining the Big East in basketball is going to bring their program back. We'll see. We'll see over the next X number of years if, in fact, that is the way that goes. But I don't have an answer for you. I don't have one, and I know you've been thinking about it too and looking, one program where you said, all right, we're dropped football, it's helped basketball. And I know that around here that's what it's about. And I hear we'll become Gonzaga. Really? You're going to – how?
I didn't become Gonzaga taking that path.
Well, Gonzaga didn't become Gonzaga taking that path, right?
That's what I said. They didn't. They're not like, oh, so we're going to stop playing all these other sports and be really good at basketball.
They're really good at baseball.
Really good at basketball and just happen to not have football. They
got a couple of coaches up there that kept something special going. They built something and they kept it going, and they built a tradition. And New Mexico's got a tradition that's based on a building that's based on, a couple of league championships. I've never been to the Sweet. Like I said, the best program ever, I think, to never go to the Sweet 16. Right? You can hang that banner. I imagine. So if you want to get in on that, that's fine. I just got a lot of comment coming out of yesterday about that conversation, and where do we go with that? And I'm like, de-emphasizing it, to me, is not the answer. I think you got to go the other way and do this right. Because what makes you think you're going to go down to the 1AA level and somehow do it well? And because then you're going to be, we can do it half-assed there too? I mean, come on.
You're not getting the same talent. You're not keeping the same players dropping. And you might say, well, whatever, you're not winning now. Okay, but you're even having less players.
Yep. Oh, that's right. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Come on in. There's a lot of officiating talk today. I want to talk about robo strike zones. Oh, JJ loves that subject. Something I did not know until yesterday about Justin Verlander, and now that's all anybody can talk about as he starts Game 6 of the World Series tonight. The Warriors held the lead last night, and they won a game. We'll get into a whole bunch of NFL stuff as well. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Alden on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th generation.
The Sports Animal, 7 o'clock, Robert Portnoy and Bob Davey. Actually, it's tonight. Isn't it normally on Wednesday? We're going tonight with Lobo Talk. Tomorrow, you get Lady Lobos. Josh Sushan will be here on the radio with you. Lobo in Eastern New Mexico tomorrow night. So, Lobo Talk tonight here on The Sports Animal. Pretty good one on Thursday night, potentially. 49ers and the Cardinals in Phoenix, potentially.
Cardinals have had their moments. I've enjoyed Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray.
Yep.
It was only 10-6 midway through the third quarter, and the Saints were like, yeah.
All right,
that was fun.
Saints. Yeah.
While it lasted. Second best team in the NFC, San Francisco 49ers.
Second best team in the NFC, behind the Saints?
Still like the Saints.
Okay. 27-14 was the score last night. Mason Rudolph and the Steelers came back on the Dolphins to win their third game. Dolphins still winless in the National Football League. All right, World Series tonight. Justin Verlander. I guess I did not know this until yesterday, and then I've been bombarded with it everywhere I go, that Justin Verlander has not won. He's 0-5 in his World Series starts. Did you know that before yesterday?
Yes, and they have not won the team he's been on any of his 6 World Series starts.
Yeah, wild. I guess I didn't know that. John, good morning. How you living?
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Awesome. Hey, as far as the football thing, I don't need to be as extreme as Stig was saying, but why not just drop down and become like a coaching development kind of team and just grab the new hot and comer, pay them $300,000 a year, and when they move on, they move on. We do what we can do, because right now what we're doing, paying $1 million or whatever we're paying Davey right now, is not worth it, and the football team is what it is, and it has been that way for years and years and years. Why not drop down, not drop down level, but drop down in our hierarchy of what we're paying our coaches, pay someone, develop them. When they move on to their big school, then grab the next.
So tell me how you think they're going to move on. If you're paying them. So you're saying just cut the resources, not invest more, but invest less. You're basically, well, we're losing anyway, so let's just spend less to lose, right? And bring in some hot young coach who's going to come in. So a guy who's making way more than that as a coordinator at, let's say, Arkansas or Alabama, bring him in here to take a big pay cut, but he gets to be a head coach and set him up to fail until he goes on?
No, sir. I'm saying, well, maybe, but just whatever young guy, whatever we can get for $250, and maybe it's not even a just tread water, basically. That's better than sitting here. The basketball. I'm a basketball fan. I'm a little biased on that side, but the football team is what it is, and investing more money into it hasn't worked in the past. I'm not saying that it wouldn't work now, but why not just go with it and drop down the hierarchy on the pay scale for the coaches, and if it means maybe we bring in a younger coordinator if they want to come and try to get some head coaching experience and move on, or whatever. But doing what we're doing right now isn't working, obviously. So why not? Let's just be what we are and just accept it and tread water there and put more money into this basketball program. Keep Weir around if he's good with the recruiting he's doing. If it goes away, it looks like it might be going here with recruiting wise. Make sure we have the resources to keep him around when time comes, and just tread water with the football program.
All right, John, appreciate it. So basically saying, recognize that we're no good, continue to be no good, just spend less and be no good, and instead of spending.
I think they're a little confused on where the investment needs to be. It needs to be not just in what you pay your head coach, but also your facilities, and that's where UNM has kind of fallen behind. There really hasn't been a whole lot of upgrade.
Budget, man. It's facilities, nutrition, recruiting, travel. I mean, it's all of it, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I'm not down with the idea. No.
Well, what he's saying is we're no good. We're not going to be any good. So let's just continue to do this.
We were good once.
Well,
you did have a decent program that was
you're right. You're right. And it can be better.
Just people wanted more, and they weren't patient with it. And as soon as it took a little bit of a dive, we got rid of what we had.
All right. So help me here. So he said, we're no good. We're not ever going to be good. I mean, it's not working. So let's find some coach, some hot upcoming coach who's probably
not getting for $250,000.
Who's probably at a Power 5 school or somewhere making $1 million or $800,000 to be a coordinator. Have him take a huge pay cut because he's going to still want to be a head coach. Set him up to fail and wait till he moves on, which means get fired because he's not going to win, and put more money into basketball. Is that basically right?
Yeah, that's the mindset. A lot of people.
So let's just do it and just be bad at it.
Those lines are just, and it goes back to what was talked about yesterday, de-emphasizing that. Somehow that's still got to be there, and you don't think that's going to drag you down no matter what investment you have in that program. And then people just say, well, cut it outright. I don't think that's the answer right now. But if we're at that point, I think a question has to be raised to the people that are listening right now that are frustrated, that are done with football. Are you ever coming back?
Yeah, like that guy probably isn't coming back. Like, would he go out and watch that?
Is that last caller ever coming back, or just saying whatever, get by, stink, I don't care as long as you're able to make more investment in basketball? And I that's a big question to me because I see a lot of the frustration with Bob Davie. I hear the conversation. I see the social media talk every single weekend. This program makes a change. Are you giving it a chance? Not with this new head coach, but are you giving it a couple years to try to find its footing? Are you just outright done with football? Because I haven't heard that conversation.
Which
would people coming back to give it a chance?
And I hope people would come back. John's like, yeah, whatever. We're always going to stink. I don't care if they bring in.
We're at the point we know that there's probably going to be a change if they can do it.
You can bring in Bill Belichick. I don't think he'd come back, right? So, Larry, good morning.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, JJ. Just wondering, somebody's got the answer out there, and I think you guys are, trying to make the best of, a bad situation. And, these people calling in and saying de-emphasize it or cut it, they're, like JJ said, show me a program where it's worked, where they've de-emphasized and the basketball is a national power at this point. The best point of reference I have, and it's from a little bit of a personal perspective. My niece got a soccer scholarship to Kansas University, and she said each year she'd come back for Christmas break and stuff, and she'd say, our football program is horrible. We get blown out, 35, 40-point margins every game. He says, but it's packed. It's 35 or 40,000. They might leave at halftime, but they're there. And my question is, why can't New Mexico be a two-sport supporting community?
I've asked that for years.
And I totally get we're a basketball town. Well, why? Why are we a basketball town? Why can't we be both? And the 14 or 15,000 that are packing Isotopes Park for soccer, that's awesome. I hope that continues. But could those 14 or 15,000 people afford another $100 or whatever to buy football tickets and burn them?
Or there are another
away.
14, 15,000 people who like football. I mean, it doesn't even have to be the same group of people. There's almost 1 million people in this metropolitan area, right?
Right.
It doesn't have to be the same people. This town's big enough to support it all, even with different people.
But could there be 20,000 people that buy season tickets and don't even go? I mean, just to support
but they're not going to do that.
Yeah,
Larry, they're not going to do that, especially if they're frustrated. You know that, especially if they're frustrated with the direction in which the program's going. They're not just going to do it just to support this and keep it going in the same direction. You know that.
That's true.
You wouldn't support.
I'm hoping against hope.
Yeah, but if you didn't support something, if you didn't like you wanted something to do well, but you didn't agree with the direction in which it was going, and you see the insanity in your mind that you're doing the same thing and it's doing the same thing, you wouldn't throw money at it just so they can continue to do what you're doing. You would probably, and I'm going to guess, you would wait until they made a change that you agree with that would give you a sliver of hope that it was going to get better, right? If you're in your business, you kept doing the same thing over and over, you wouldn't, and it was bad. You wouldn't keep throwing money at it.
Right. And college athletics is a business as well. I can tell you from a consumer perspective, I pay taxes every year, and I don't agree with art. I don't agree with the rail runner. I don't agree, but I don't have a choice in those matters. So I mean, it's difficult. I can make the decision not to go to basketball or not to go to football. I choose to go to both. And I buy a Pride Pass to support the entire athletic department. And I totally get what you're saying because it's a business decision. And as a business person, and in my role, if I had 3 losing years, my manager should be looking or making a change as well.
Yeah, that's all right.
So it's difficult, and it's just like you guys are asking the question: do you come back? If they make a change, do you come back? That's the $1 million question, I think.
Yep. All right, man. Thanks,
guys.
To see you. I mean, that's the question.
And that's where I think it needs to go next. Everyone's frustrated, and we know where the program is at. The commitment to it, we'll see what they're able to do financially. But if we're at that point where there's a change, are you coming back? Are you giving that new coach benefit of the doubt for a few years to get the product going in the direction you want it to? You purchase.
Yeah, then you give it a shot.
A single game ticket or two if there's new leadership there.
Yeah, but I just don't think you just de-emphasize and say, all right, we're going to pay him bottom of the scale, and because that's what you will be, and I know you're telling me that's what we are now, and I got it, but you wouldn't accept that in basketball, and I just don't know why you would accept it in football. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Good morning, Sports Animal. Time is now 7.
I don't have an idea. We just gotta point out some facts, see where this goes. They had the recent salary update. You've seen USA Today. Coaches' salaries that are available. They put them together.
Okay.
So Doug Martin, his salary is listed at $422,000.
$422. That's with total compensation, right?
That is the third lowest among FBS coaches.
Third. Who's below him?
How is the product?
Third in the bottom three, right? Mm-hmm. Where's Bob Davey?
You have to get what you pay for.
Did you see Davey?
I got to pull up the full list. That was just a nugget I had there.
All right. I just it's an interesting one. Just the pay nothing. We're gonna stink anyway, so put the money in basketball, and somehow that'll solve the issue. I guess he didn't think it'll solve the issue. He says the issue is always going to be there, right? So we'll stink when we just won't pay much for it. At least we'll just stink and have football because I guess we
limit our costs and hopefully.
Yeah, I guess we have to have
money
football,
and everything else.
Yeah. All right, 246-0610-888-922-0610. When is enough enough? Says Sid. Here we go. Sid might be there too. Upon arriving in town, Air Louisville football was a weight room away from being a money-generating machine. When they broke ground, it was lead story on all the local newscasts, but by then it wasn't enough. They needed tuition waivers. So they hold a big presser, patting Toad Diem on the back for all the schmoozing he did in Santa Fe to get all that passed. But when the money still wasn't flowing in, it was because the stadium wasn't big enough. So the Journal runs a story of Davalos stating that if the legislature would just give them the funding, it'd be a game changer. I guess empty seats don't make a lot of money because then Rocky was saying the difference maker would be an indoor practice facility. Even after all the money has been spent, little football is further from the big boys than ever. At what point do we wave the white flag and say we just can't do it anymore and never going to be able to keep up? I guess you got to define what keep up is. You can't keep up with Alabama and SC and Michigan. You should be able to keep up with Wyoming and Nevada and Colorado State and Utah.
To me, it said, you've been here a long time. You've seen it all. You run it down with us in emails. But it's not that simple. You're really going to chastise an athletic department for trying to keep up?
Yes.
For building facilities? Oh, well, they built a facility. You have an indoor practice facility. You should be great. Everyone says things, but you still try to keep up your university. You still try to keep up your athletic department.
Yeah. Sid, this isn't like you make one move.
So and it's just people are at a point where they dislike football.
I got it.
At a huge level. Sid's not sitting there saying that they haven't got the return on the weight room that the basketball team uses, or the practice facility for basketball. Have they got a fair return for that?
Larry says we cut or de-emphasize and we become the biggest junior college in the country. If you think it's you're going to make one move and that's it, and you don't ever have to make a move. Like if you change a light bulb in your house, are you done? And maybe that's undersimplifying it. If you you change the carpet in your house because after 25 years, the flooring's bad, is that it? Mm-hmm. Or do you never have to make so now you're done? What about the paint on the walls, or what about the faucets or the light fixtures or the cracks in the stucco? Right? You're always there's always maintenance and upgrades that need to be made, and a football program's no different. Everybody else is getting better, bigger, stronger. To say that you were never competitive is it's just erroneous. Now, you have not been competitive at a consistent level, consistent meaning for a full decade, let's say. You were competitive for a pretty good stretch from, the Vegas Bowls, the Emerald Bowls, the Mexico Bowls, the back end of Rocky, right? The last 6 years of Rocky. You were a 9-win team 3 years ago here. You can compete and be competitive, be respectful. Respectable. And yeah, you can't. Now, you want to keep telling me you can't because we haven't? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But with all due respect, Sid, that's fine. What would you be if you didn't have any of those? I guess you would be at junior college. Mm-hmm. And why is it people feel like they're spending their money when they upgrade a facility? Does it anger you when a park goes in across town that you don't use, or I mean,
No,
what?
'cause they don't see those reported and then
It's
see direct
my
results
money
from it.
Yeah.
And my thing is, okay, if you're done with football, fine. Is there anything that's going to bring you back, or do you just keep building this Grand Canyon where it's football versus basketball?
Yeah,
That's what it always comes back to.
And it doesn't need to be. Matt says de-emphasizing football. Anybody proposing this is clearly not a mathematician and in all likelihood not a fan of UNM. They're people that have a fundamental misunderstanding of finance and college sports' role in the community and nationally, as well as its potential impact on the applications of attendance. Frankly, they're the portion of the population that keep me up at night thinking about their voice in our community, the possibility that their opinion might actually be heard. The fact that this state isn't using this huge multi-billion-dollar surplus to fund some sort of endowment for both schools' athletic department confirms that they are not only being heard, but these idiots are in power. Kill me now, says Matt. There's got to be a middle ground. And there's got to be a middle ground. You can't say we bought a weight room once and it didn't work. Well, it kind of helps, actually. Mike says invest in Lobo basketball, Jeff. There's $5 million athletic deficit. Nobody's talking about that. Needs to be paid back first. So even if Lobo football is dropped, it's going to be years before Lobo basketball sees another dime for potential savings. Lobo football is not getting dropped. As much as you want, a few of you want it to be, or de-emphasize, it's not. Okay? So I guess JJ's question is really the most significant one. Will you give it another shot? What's it going to take for you to give it another shot? Will you, and it can't be, it just can't be, well, if they don't win next year, I'm out. Like, I think we're at a place where we think something's going to happen, right? There's going to be a direction change, I think. And so are you and I guess it's an unfair question without knowing what it's going to be. You're going to have to like what you see / hear, right? And then there's going to be the Sids who say, I don't want to hear it anymore because, they 25 years ago, they brought out Toe Diem and told me that it was going to be better, and why would it be better now? Mike Loxley wanted a third digit on the scoreboard. All right. However it is you want to be. But I'm just telling you, football's not going away, and football potentially can make life better for everything, right? But, yeah, it's got to be better. It can't lose every single week. 246-0610-8889-220-610. I want to talk World Series when we come back. Does Justin Verlander do it tonight? One guy's been really good in the postseason, and one guy's numbers are not as good. Does that mean we're going to Game 7? We'll find out. I want to tell you about my friends over at New Mail Medical Center. I've been telling you about them for a while, and the reason is they are innovators. Anytime you have an original idea, original concept, typically you got someone who comes along and sees the success of the original. They try to make it their own. Unfortunately, it's usually just a cheap imitation. Not with New Mail Medical, because they're the ones who got out in front of this. Testosterone replacement, ED treatments. New Mail is the one who's been leading the way in the nation for sexual health procedures and providing thousands of men in the Albuquerque area alone with that help. New Mail Medical, it starts with your first visit, and they're going to be with you every step of the way. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688. When you get there, your first visit, you're going to feel very, very comfortable. You'll be relaxed knowing that they are going to be guiding you through whatever it is you need. Any issue you might have, they're going to be the ones helping you from here on out. Newmail.com. That's NUMALE.com. Call them at 505-652-1688. That's the number. Don't see a cheap imitation. Go to the originators, newmail.com or 505-652-1688.
Growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lescombe. Today, our D.H. Lescombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lescombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lescombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters! It's like it never happened!
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to newmexicohighlands.com today.
Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with ProView Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 10,000 homeowners improved their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, and Hoser. You get the World Series tonight. Game 6, Champagne will be on ice. The trophy will be in the Bilt. Justin Verlander going for the Astros. Steven Strasburg going for the Nats. Home team has not won a game in the World Series.
Amazing.
It is kind of amazing, actually. I did not know until yesterday, and now it's all I hear, is that Justin Verlander is winless in the World Series, that Strasburg is not lost in the postseason, that on and on and on. And then I was listening to Max Scherzer get just pounded on for not being able to answer the bell because everybody knows how he
can't move.
Yeah, but he should be able to
can't
pitch.
move.
Yeah, but he should be able to pitch. Something tells me it all swings tonight, doesn't it? Like Verlander's probably tired of hearing it. That he's Clayton Kershaw, but not as good.
He's tired of hearing it, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get it done.
Okay,
you're looking at a pitcher who is already has 30 1/3 innings in the playoffs.
Okay,
after an MLB leading 223 innings pitched in the regular season,
full rest.
He's been dinged up early in his past 2 starts. And that's going to be the game. If the Nationals can get to him early, they're going to have a chance to let Steven Strasburg settle in. Because that's going to be the difference in this game. Can Strasburg do what Garrett Cole did on Sunday?
Give you 7 good innings.
Go out
keep you
there,
right there.
Keep the Astros head spinning. Because right now, the Astros lineup's in really good form.
Yep.
Hold on, Alvarez, coming into the World Series, was on a big slide, and all of a sudden he's 6 for 11 with the homer in the last game.
And they get the extra bat in the lineup with the designated hitter.
So, he's going to be that bat, and they're just going to get better defensively in the outfield.
So you like the Astros tonight? We both think the Astros are the better team. So
before the series, I said Astros in 6. I'm actually going Astros in 7.
So you think the Astros win tomorrow night?
Yeah. A home team will win
at some point. Yeah, we
all
all
took
victory. Didn't we all take Astros in 6? Yeah, right. We all took Astros tonight. When this thing started, we all took Astros in 6. I think Verlander pitches well tonight. I think Strasburg pitches well tonight. I think Steven Strasburg has been terrific in the postseason, and has validated everything, all the patience, right? All the money, all the time. He's a big reason why they are where they are right now. Now that lineup's good. That team is really good. But I'm with you. I think the bats have found it in key situations for Houston, and I think they find a way to get it done tonight. I do. I think tonight.
I think if the Nationals don't get a run on the board in the first 3 innings, it's good night now. I don't see where they're going to produce a lot of offense.
Because you think it'll be Verlander, or you think that
Verlander settles in, and then they just shut him down.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think it goes tonight? 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Your emails, jeff@610knml.com, jj@610knml.com. You can find us on the Twitter. It's _JJ Buck. And on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Carl says on the email, I keep hearing the next football coach needs to be in the community, not spend 6 months a year in Scottsdale, Jeff. I never heard the same folks cry that Steve Alford needs to be a mover and shaker. In fact, when that was required, he usually sent Craig out to do it. It was usually Craig up in Santa Fe. I think here's your difference. A, Steve did go to enough things. He was at certain events, and I'm not going to tell you all of them. But I've heard plenty of stories from salespeople when they needed him to help go close a deal with a potential booster or a sponsor that he would go on that. And he didn't have to deal with the depleted interest in his program that football does, right? I think it's totally different. And so Carl, to your point, you're talking smaller numbers to fill a building, right? You're talking, in that case, 14 to 15,000 as opposed to a 37,000 seat stadium, right? Steve had a name, so did Bob, but I think your difference is you're not trying to absolutely rebuild interest in a program like you are in football, where to basketball, just win a couple, win, and that's the difference. Steve won, right? Winning is going to do that. Steve won, and won almost off the top. But yes, you didn't hear that. You didn't. First of all, Steve was out more, not all the time, but more, and totally different situation as far as interest in the program, don't you think?
Yes.
Ray does it. Ray's out because he's trying to raise interest in his program.
Was it just a little over 12,000 announced for football on Saturday, and everyone's rolling their eyes? You get 12,000 at the pit. Like, all right, that's a full building today.
Yeah, I think they're okay. 2460610 if you want to get in. 888-922-0610. We can continue that conversation, or we can go completely different ways. You can get into the Steelers last night and the Dolphins if you want. The trades and the.
We really don't have to.
No, you don't have to. But there are trades in the NFL.
Yeah.
We've got to get into the Broncos situation, don't we? With Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen is the quarterback. Brandon Allen out of Arkansas, 6th-round pick. Brandon Allen. So when he went to the Senior Bowl, they measure your hands, right? And he had 8.5-inch hands, considered small. Did you know, I guess on YouTube you can find ways to grow your hands. So it was a lot of massage therapy in different ways. And so when he went to the combine, he was 8 7/8, I want to say. He grew it like 3/8 of an inch. Or not 3/8, almost.
Well, you stretch out the muscles, and ligaments.
So, and then he got drafted. So his hand size grew. 6th-round pick of the Jaguars, correct? Spent some time with the Rams.
He's never started a game in the NFL.
He will this weekend. That's 3 Allens, by the way, starting in the NFL. Josh, Kyle, and now Brandon. I believe them to all be unrelated.
Is that a record? Or
better record?
Has that ever happened before, or is this the first time that 3 Allens will be starting in the
the
NFL?
most amount of men with the same surname would be starting. I would imagine it was. I mean, maybe. I maybe not. There were 2 Mannings starting at a time. Is there another Manning? Cooper ever start?
Cooper Manning.
I want your thoughts on this. I mean, you've made it very clear where you are in Joe Flacco. We'll get into Bronco fans.
I am Team Joe Flacco this week after that post game rant.
Did you see?
He was right on. You play to win
30
game.
Please
don't play scared to give up game-winning field goals 3 times in a season.
Look at the hot fire at Nick Fangio. 2460620. The phones when we come back. It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks, Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico and all their social media. You can go to our
10.
page, the OD and the AM, and of course on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome Show. The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market. The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
When it comes to your health, what does delivering more mean? It means delivering more of the best and brightest, the state's only academic and research-based medical center. It means delivering more for families. It means adding technology, expanding services, making medical advancements, and reaching a higher level of care. Delivering more means access to New Mexico's only Level 1 trauma center, more area locations, and more personalized services. UNM Health. Delivering more.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quanz has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the better collision repair shop at Quanz Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quanz better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quanz Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. You've been hurt at work. The workman's comp checks are supposed to be coming in, but they're not. The bills are piling up and no one seems to care. You have a friend in the Fogel Law Firm. In New Mexico, workers' compensation has its own court, and you need a lawyer that specializes in workers' comp. Personal injury lawyers don't have the expertise for workers' comp claims. Call the experts at the Fogel Law Firm to review your case for free. Call 255-9092 or visit Fogel, Fogel lawfirm.com.
Richardson & Richardson Construction knows New Mexico, and they understand what it takes to build or renovate commercial and industrial structures. They're also Butler builders, using the industry-leading products and efficiencies of Butler manufacturing. Look around the state and you'll see Butler steel buildings we've built at wind farms, manufacturing facilities, municipal facilities, and warehouses. When you're ready to build, call Richardson & Richardson Construction at 881-2268 or visit them online at www.headachefreeconstruction.com.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you on the tarmac or terrain, in the 2019 RAV4, in the comfy Highlander with seating for up to 8, in the sharp 2019 Toyota Camry with its available cockpit red leather seats. And we're with you in the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla, loaded with attitude and the latest tech. We're with you. Let's go, Toyota.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2019 Tacoma with $1,748 per thousand borrowed, or get $1,500 cash back on Tacoma. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
Includes TRD Pro. APR and approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. Does not include college grad or military rebate. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be made to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end November 4th.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. For more information, visit toyota.com. Toyota.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
O'Reilly. Prepare your vehicle for the weather ahead during Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on batteries and accessories. Plus, top off with Peak Long Life Universal Premixed Antifreeze and Coolant for just $10.99 per gallon. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This hour's 4K-A-Day national keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Text it to 95819 for your chance to win.
K240BL, Albuquerque.
Here we go.
95.9 FM, 610 KNML, Albuquerque.
Oh, what will it take? What will it take? What's up, y'all?
Oh, what it do?
Happy Tuesday to you. We got a sweet deal coming up for you here in a little bit. So looking forward to that. It's the opening drive, Jeff JJ. San Jose. It's been a while since I...
Orale.
San Jose. Alden producing for you on the ProView Networks today. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. 2460610 if you want to get in today. 888-922-0610. Chris, thank you for holding. You are now on the Quanz Auto Care Hotline. What's good?
Yeah, so I want to get into the football coach issue here in a second, but, I wanted to follow up a little bit on yesterday's conversation about Tiger and his age and, what he's done with all those surgeries. Probably of all the athletes that have been, had real longevity, Tiger's up there in terms of the success, and actually very much a surprise to be able to do what he's doing. To me, Nolan Ryan was the guy that shocked me the most, just because, the way he threw, and he did it for so long, and I think he had a no-hitter very late in his career.
He did.
To me, that is the number one guy when you look at somebody who's had such longevity and success because of the way he threw. Tiger's number 2. I mean, ever, in my mind. Because what, Tiger's done is totally shocking. I mean, nobody would have thought after that last surgery, hey, that's it. He's just not going to be able to come back. He hadn't been able to come back before. And, not only did he win that last tournament, 3 shots, I get it. It's not running away with the tournament.
But it's pretty convincing.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
And he played start to finish, which really hasn't been something he's done too much.
That's right.
In his comeback. When he starts off really well, good luck with everybody else. That's all I can say. And I think he's going to win another major. I just do. You just get that feeling that it's going to come up again, and I think he's got a shot at Nicklaus's record. Yeah, I think he does, and I think he might get it. Real quick here, here's the problem I've always had with Davey, and really especially the last number of years. He lives in Scottsdale, that stuff, which is all true, but he's just disconnected from Albuquerque. He doesn't. And you could say he's not. He does stuff behind the scenes. He probably does along the way. But if we don't feel it and we don't know it, it's not happening. And it really started getting bad, obviously, when he had that suspension and he just disappeared off the face of the earth, basically. And he just is gone. Well, we don't need a football coach that's necessarily a weir, who is just out there everywhere all the time. But it would be nice, to have somebody like that and somebody with that kind of energy. And
I think when you're trying to reestablish a fan base, re-energize a fan base, and whether it's in the current coach or a new coach or whatever, it's going to take more than just trying to win football games. And in the days of just being a football coach as a head coach have long passed. And I think almost anybody who's a head football coach will tell you, coaching football is about 20% of the job. It's press and it's PR and it's boosters and it's HR and it's recruiting and it's hiring and firing and budgets and it's about 20% coaching. And the stuff that got you to be a head coach, coordinating, recruiting, X's and O's, coaching, that stuff becomes minimized because you're now, and you've heard it a bunch, a CEO of a big operation, and the other stuff is a big part of that job.
Yeah, and I think the Loxley example is one of my favorite examples. He's not going to be successful at Maryland, in my opinion. He's getting thumped now that he's in the meat of his schedule. I think there's a huge difference. There's lots of people who can be great coordinators, tons of them, and they're highly successful. You make them head coach, total bombs. Yeah, and I don't think some of it could be energy related. Some of it could be all kinds of things. But I think the CEO is a really good example that if you don't really are able to run the whole program and get a feel for the umbrella, you're really not going to be able to lead the team, because there are so many coaches that come in their first year and teams actually flip a switch and change, and it's really because of the environment that's created by the head coach, not necessarily that coach standing on the sideline with, like you said, X and O's. Yeah. It's a lot more than that, and I think that's what's missing.
All right, Chris, appreciate you. I'd be careful on Loxley or any other coach. I just don't know that I think it's totally fair to judge a guy on a first year, especially taking over a program that's been down. Do you disagree?
I think it's fair. I think there's just Loxley has the nightmares and people like, this guy's never going to be successful with what he did post Loxley here, that they see now that Maryland's taking some thumping, getting in the Big Ten play.
Yeah,
I think it's going on
again, but look where the program was prior, and it usually takes a couple of years. Aaron, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline.
Hey, just wanted to jump in real quick. You guys are talking about longevity of athletes, and I wanted to get my take in on Roger Federer. Yeah. The guy he beat in Basel to win his 10th Basel title wasn't even alive when he played his first tournament there.
That's insane.
When Roger Federer turned pro in 1998, Thomas Edward Brady III was a second-string backup at Michigan. That's how long he's been out there. And you can take all of Tiger Woods' majors, throw in Phil Mickelson, and now you've got how many majors Roger Federer has won.
Yeah, and Federer has done it against. There's been two other all-time greats while he's been there. It's been Nadal.
Yeah, you're looking at you're looking at the golden age of tennis. If you took the top 5 players all time in tennis, 3 of them are playing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're at the end of their careers, but they're playing right now.
So you would say the 3 of these, Djokovic and Nadal and Federer, are all better, and I think Federer certainly is, than the Connors, McEnroe, Borg, Sampras era?
I would throw Sampras in there, but when you start comparing generations,
Sampras has to be
really hard when you go back and you get your Lavers and your Connors, because I mean, back in the 70s, it was just a different style of athlete. If you look at Rod Laver, he was 5'9".
That's sports.
There's no tennis players out there that are 5'9" anymore.
That's sports.
Jimmy Connors was sub 6 foot. They're just not there anymore. So I mean, like you said, we've had that view. I've listened to you guys do a great conversation before about generations, and I don't think you can compare those generations in the past with tennis with what goes on in tennis nowadays. I mean, nowadays those guys have whole teams behind them. Yeah. It's nutritionists, mental coaches.
Aaron, when you say that's true, in every sport, it would be just because of what we know now. You can't compare Babe Ruth to Barry Bonds.
Yes, complete truth. I mean, Pete Sampras did a whole thing about how when he was playing, he didn't have a nutritionist rolling around with him. He didn't have a mental coach rolling around with him at that time. And look at that. That wasn't that long ago. Yeah. I mean, these guys have whole teams now that they put on there. They're to go. So I mean, but if you take a look at what Roger Federer has done, I mean, it's unbelievable. And I'm not taking anything away from the physicality of golf, but I really don't think you can compare the physicality of golf as to what Roger Federer is putting out on the tennis court.
And you can even throw, if you want to, throw Serena in there. Right,
for sure.
Because what, and I'm with you on Federer. I think what he's done and continues to do is unbelievable. The one thing that I'm going to give you a little different is the reconstruction of the body, the major surgeries that Tiger's gone through, the back, the legs, the everything. Right, he's reconstructed and coming back and doing it, and that's why I think it's the greatest comeback. I don't think Federer has had to had that big dip that he's come back through. If you want to talk about consistency, longevity, and extended greatness, Federer's absolutely got to be there. As far as the greatest comeback, boy, I'm struggling finding a better one than Tiger.
No, don't get me wrong. If you want to talk about comeback, yes. But I mean, that's the beauty of Roger Federer. Roger Federer's never had to come back.
Yeah, that's right.
He broke in when he was 19 years old. The guy has never been below number 5 in the world.
It's insane. It's insane.
And he has gone through knee surgery. He had the meniscus surgery when he went through that.
Well, yeah, any professional athlete's going to have a surgery. Yeah.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, every professional athlete at that
but I mean,
level.
You want to talk about consistency and longevity. I mean, and just being able to perform at that level at 38 years old. I mean, it's unbelievable. The guys, like I said, the guys he's playing against now, they weren't alive when he made his pro tour. And Serena's the same way. Yep. When Serena got onto the pro tour, the Yankee shortstop, they had a rookie named Derek Jeter.
The difference there is I don't know that Serena had the rivals, right? You're going to tell me a couple ladies here and there, but not the consistent longevity of rivals that Federer has had.
That is true. She definitely was head and shoulders above her competition for a long period of time, and she did not have the type of competition that Roger Federer has. Take nothing away from her. That's not her fault.
And maybe that's because she was so much better. Maybe that's because she was so much better than everybody else, right? I mean, and
that is true. She completely changed the game.
Yeah, we've had this conversation. I mean, maybe there's been other really good tennis players, but she's been that much better. Hey, don't be a stranger, Aaron. It's a great phone call. Thank you.
Sounds good.
All right, that's good stuff, right? Because the Federer thing, don't lose on that. And he's still doing it. He's still doing it. No, that's all real. All right, 246-0610, come on in. 888-922-0610. Are you moving? Maybe need to refinance your home? You've got to meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union home loan team. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is Albuquerque's premier mortgage lender for a reason. They'll start working with you even before your application. They'll help you prepare your credit. They'll educate you about the home loan process so you can shop and buy with confidence. The Albuquerque housing market is hot right now, and mortgage rates are low. In fact, most homes are on the market less than a month. So getting pre-approved can give you that edge that you need to get the home you want. Kirtland Federal Credit Union works for you to find the right program for your situation. With banks and online lenders, you're going to hear the hold music a lot more than you'll hear a friendly voice. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, you'll work with the same team throughout the process, so you always have a local expert to answer your questions. And speaking about local, you'll never mail a mortgage payment out of state with Kirtland. Your loan is funded in Albuquerque, and the experts are all right here. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is the local lender with knowledge, experience, and heart. You're not going to settle when shopping for a home. Do not settle when shopping for a mortgage. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, they are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes.
So is it Spanish slang? Is it just New Mexico Spanish slang?
No, I think Orale has been around for for a while.
What does it mean? How does it
it's
strictly translate?
That's interesting because it has a lot of meanings.
Okay, but what's the literal translation? Is there one?
Man, I don't know. I'd have to find one. But, it means like, yeah, I'm down with it. Or,
Órale,
yeah, I agree. Or,
órale.
Or that is, yeah, it just.
Órale.
Yeah. I guess it also depends the way you.
It's kind of like dude, right?
Yeah, like
dude.
Dude.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. All right.
¿Es verdad?
No sé nada, pero I was JJ just came back in with his breakfast, as you can see on the TV. Oh, wait, we're off.
Good?
I asked him the literal translation for órale. Like, what does it mean? And it sounds like it's New Mexican for dude.
Dude.
Like, dude.
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 Hmm?
Dude. Dude. Yeah, exactly. You got it. You're all sitting there going, oh, yeah, now I get it. Dude. All right, 246, dude, 0610, 246-0610. You can email Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. On the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck, and on the Facebook, the OD in the AM. Watch us on Comcast Channel 26. Alden's producing and playing with cameras right now. That's him. That's his hat. That's his hair that you can see right there. That's his face that you can see on the television right now.
Don't get shocked. That would be funny, huh? Just start frying there, like smoke coming out.
Who that guy is? He's all kinds. I know. He's like, órale, dude.
Like, I fixed it. I got it. Remember that movie where the submarine and there was that guy that he was the electrical guy, and he'd always
down Periscope.
Yeah, down Periscope.
That was
there
a
you go.
Movie. That was a good one.
Is that should I watch it?
Yeah,
there's a lot of movies I should watch. We should each give it well, never mind. We're never going to get to them because I got a bunch of movies you should watch. You probably got a bunch of movies I should watch. You got 130 for 30s to watch, and you got an infinite.
There's just so much going on, and the sports season never stops.
It never.
Where am I going to sneak in all these movies and
documentaries? You sit at home all day with your kid. What do you do all day? I'm kidding, kind of.
Chase them around.
No, I'm kidding.
Watch the other talking heads spat off on everything.
Yeah, that's good. All right, James said, I'm taking Lobo football. Jeff, I think Nevada is tired of beat up, so I'm taking Lobo football to win, potentially big at a chilly, empty Mackey Stadium on late Saturday night. Ooh. Is there a spread on that yet? I'll bet there is. I won't find one for you.
I think it was Nevada by 4 early on. So,
you know what? That might not be a bad bet.
No, this is one where it's now or never for this Lobo football team.
It's now or never.
You don't want to end the season on an in-game losing streak. You better beat Nevada.
I think that's right. Dan says we are in a tough situation, Jeffrey, Juan Jose, and J-Ho. Let's say the state of New Mexico taxpayers spent a lot of money to make Davey go away. The new coach does okay in 2020, going 7-6 and win a bowl game. What will be the first words out of Lobo fans like Rudy C's mouth? We need to pay this new guy, which means not only giving a lot more dough, but everyone else on the staff. That'll quickly eat up most of whatever additional revenue is generated from the bowl game and maybe a few thousand more fans in the stands. I just don't see a path for Lobo football ever consistently pay for themselves, let alone become this George Washi printing press we have been told for decades they need to become. So the worst thing would be is if we kind of win, but then we got to pay them.
And you owe people.
We have a little
money
success,
for it.
And then we fall backwards again because, well, we are who we are. Ken, good morning. How are you?
Good, guys. I wasn't able to listen to the show yesterday, so I'm sure a lot of my concern football was brought up and discussed. There's so many reasons for what is happening with Lobo football. There's just not one reason. It's not just, like you were mentioning, it's not just the coach. I have a lot of issues with Nunez. So basically I own a business, and if I'm not out continuously emailing my customers, making sure that, that they feel valued, asking them if they want to order some other stuff that they don't currently order, basically make them feel like, I care and value their business.
Yeah.
They're going to start going someplace else, or they're going to start looking maybe at Amazon or something like that. I need to be very proactive with my customers, and I feel like that's what UNM is lacking quite a bit right now. They don't understand the community. I really feel, and again, this is just one of many problems. I feel I just don't think he still has not understood the community and how we basically feel about sports and how, basically, for example, look at United. So United comes in, the soccer team. They have no local ownership, to my knowledge.
Santa
the coach
Fe
isn't
based.
local.
Santa Fe based.
Okay. So the coach isn't local, and maybe that connection to Santa Fe made him feel really connected with his community. The way he said 575, 505, we're all united. It was just brilliant. The marketing was absolutely brilliant. It was a movement, and they even said that it's a movement.
Right.
UNM has absolutely no clue on that front how to galvanize the support in this community or the state. When they continuously feel more and more like corporate and not more homegrown, even though they don't have to be homegrown, but they need to understand this community. And Nunes doesn't understand it. Davey doesn't understand it. They don't know how to reach out and get these fans back. And it's not up to us. It's not up to us to sit there and try to motivate ourselves, like my customers. It's not up to my customers to continuously order for me. It's up to me to go out and earn their business and earn their trust.
It's interesting.
And so it's really flipped right now to, what do you do? Do the fans show up and they start to win, or do we not show up and they continue to lose? I think that they need to earn our business. They need to make us feel like we're valued customers, like they understand, our budgets, that we're not a rich community, and gouge us on certain things that we feel like we might be gouged on, maybe parking or hot dogs, or even though it's not that expensive, I understand, but that's how people start to feel.
That's
they
fair.
Say, well, they're not winning, and we're spending all this money. And then the last thing I'm going to say, guys, is they have these specials, right? I mean, they have all these specials. You buy two and you get one free.
Right.
But nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about it. The only way I know about it, even as a Lobo fan, is you guys.
Yeah, that's
you guys will mention something, and I'll say, "Oh, okay, cool. There's a 2 for 1."
That's a
or,
budget thing too. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
right. No, Ken, appreciate it. It's a lot of
Thank
really
you.
good points, and the perspective is interesting from a business owner, right? How, if I own a business, do I expect people to just come to me, or do I got to go out and do things for them? Or we'll get more into that. When we come back at 246-0610, got a sweet deal for you. It is Tuesday, and you're going to really enjoy this sweet deal. Hibachi One is your spot. If you go to our website right at the top of the hour, sportsanimалabq.com, you click on the sweet deal icon, you will get $50 worth of gift certificates for just $25 for Hibachi One. Frank Yu is the manager, and he is here. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
How you living? You good?
Yes.
No, it's beautiful. I see you brought a menu. I can't look at them. Look at the colors. Look at the foods. So Hibachi One Japanese Steakhouse, 1 mile north of I-40 on Coors. It's a what is a teppanyaki grill? Teppanyaki grill.
Basically, it's a chef that cooks right in front of you for entertainment in addition to your meals.
All right. Well, excellent. So you get the great grub, and you get to watch, you get entertained, and you get the smells. You get the beauty of watching the whole thing. So this is great for families who want to go out and have a wonderful meal, first dates, business meetings, whatever you want. How long you been over there on Coors near I-40?
About 3.5 years.
All right. And a pretty big spot. You've got beer and wine as well?
Yes, sir. It's about a 10,000 square feet building, so we can accommodate a lot of family gatherings and hopefully a lot of corporate parties around the holidays.
Well, that's beautiful. And it looks like the menu, you've got a lot of stuff on the menu. What's your favorite thing? What do you like?
Well, the most popular
Everything.
item. well, that will be the standard answer, but specifically the fantastic rolls and then the BMW rolls on the sushi side is very popular.
Fantastic rolls. See, when you tell me it's fantastic, I'm eating.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. All right, you cater as well, right? You do outside stuff?
Yes, we sure do. But the nature of the restaurant, we do much better in-house because we can accommodate a lot of large parties.
Right. You have lunch specials, dinner specials?
We sure do. And then lunch specials, we have a lot of the the grill specials, that's 10% off. And then also we have a lot of the bento boxes.
Nice.
And then and those are very popular, and they're all very reasonable and quick.
They are rated excellent on Yelp, TripAdvisor, Google Review, and it is a spot, especially you Westsiders, that you want to go to. Coors, 1 mile north of I-40. It is called Hibachi One Japanese Steakhouse. $50 of gift certificates for just $25 when you go to our website at 9 o'clock, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on this sweet deal icon and get your grub on. Frank, appreciate you stopping by. Have fun as you make your run with Laura through Radio Ranch today. It's good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be back. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Hey, this one made me feel all special.
Then the earlier accident on southbound I-25 just north of Montgomery there, that might be clear already, so just be careful. A few things to worry about, but really actually pretty good for a Tuesday morning. So great job, everybody, on getting to work safely and sound. If you see an accident, make sure to give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
We're making big strides in some areas of medicine, but we're falling behind in others. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief medical correspondent. For years, the death rates from cardiometabolic diseases, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, high blood pressure, were on the decline. Then in 2010, they hit an inflection point and either remained unchanged or increased thereafter. That's according to a recent study at a Northwestern University's School of Medicine. The major driver here, obesity. Nearly 40% of American adults, according to the CDC, are now considered obese. The study's lead author said, "We need to shift our focus as a nation toward prevention to achieve our goal of living longer, healthier, and free of cardiovascular disease." One cardiologist we spoke to underscored that means eating right, getting plenty of exercise, controlling your blood pressure, managing stress, and of course, never smoking. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Panera has new breakfast wraps. And yeah, they're an easy on-the-go start to your day. But these are no microwave and go wraps. These are slow-smoked Chipotle chicken, egg, and avocado go-getters. They're maple bacon, eggy smoked Gouda bundles of portable bliss. And they all pair perfectly with our new cold brews. All this can be yours in an instant with rapid pickup. For breakfast that's fast, not fast food. Panera, food as it should be.
Hello, Saver. At Walgreens, we like the way you save on things. Take afternoon matinees. You know they have the same endings as full-price movies. And co-pays on Medicare Part D prescriptions. You can get them for as low as $0 with select plans. So when you choose a plan with Walgreens as your preferred pharmacy, you know you're saving smartly. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. $0 copay on Tier 1 generic drugs available through select plans that include Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy.
Glasheen, Fayez, and Inderman Injury Lawyers. When you have one chance to get it right, call the attorneys that deliver proven results. Visit us at gvilaw.com or call right now, 505-243-7200.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit Quans.com.
This is John Greenhut, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. Even better, there's no messy strips or trays that you'll have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-679-0969. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-679-0969. That's 1-800-679-0969.
Wealth management. That's just retirement, right? Nope. Babies or college or retirement, Kirtland Financial Services is here to help you prepare for whatever's in your future, whether that future is 4 years away or 40 years away. And your no-obligation consultation is absolutely free. Get started today at kirtlandfcu.org/invest. Kirtland Financial Services. See the whole picture.
Securities and financial planning offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance products offered through LPL Financial or its licensed affiliates, not credit union guaranteed.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Where's the money, Karen?
I'm sorry, the money?
The money you saved by having Liberty Mutual customize your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, that money. I used it to add to my collection of clown paintings. Take a look.
Amazing. Wow.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
You work hard and you play hard, and let's face it, sometimes it hurts. So stick it to the pain with the Tiger Balm Pain Relieving Patch. It's convenient to apply, and the hydrogel technology sends Tiger Balm's proven pain relief right to your aches and pains. It's soothing, safe, and long-lasting. Made from a blend of herbal ingredients, Tiger Balm is trusted pain relief for everyone. So whatever your age or lifestyle, roar back with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts. Available at stores everywhere.
The Jim Rome Show. Up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, get your grub on at that Japanese place. You're going to like that. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Josue, Alden produces for you today. Over on the look, there he is. Oh, that's his face. So wearing that one hat that they leave the hat here sitting on the equipment.
Yeah, they do.
And they all
part of the uniform.
Put on their little hat. I've got my Proby hat. Except for Jason can't wear that hat because it doesn't have a spot in the back for his ponytail.
That's right. So he's
got to cut his own little hole in the back,
made.
and yes, he's gonna. It's custom made ProView hat. I got a bunch of emails still. You want me to get Jason's?
What's up, Jason?
De-emphasizing football, he says. Good morning, OD in the AM. Oh, my God. He says, what is wrong with Lobo Fan and how arrogant your fan base is? Get a group of programs together to de-emphasize football and start a conference. This wasn't Lobo Fan, by the way. This was Stigler's idea. I'm not throwing Lobo Fan under the bus on this. This was Stigler's idea. Hey, Lobo Fan, because you all want to de-emphasize football doesn't mean UTEP in Texas, NMSU, who's fighting to stay in FBS, will join you. Seriously, why would both of those hoops programs that have had that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 A's, way more hoop success join you guys anyway? Lobo Fan has this romantic obsession with hoops. Your notoriety is based on grainy footage of beloved Coach Valvano looking to hug a Wolfpack player in front of a wolf head, and somehow you have claimed that as your shining moment. Newsflash, that has nothing to do with your program on the court. Does Magic v. Bird divine Utah's program? It happened to Salt Lake City. Nope. What has Lobo Hoops ever done that is special? We were ranked once. Newsflash. So have Weber, Lipscomb, and Murray State. I guess if you count losing to the 350th ranked San Jose State or 25-point leads at home, Lobogate, losing to Cal State Fullerton, or losing to San Diego State when they were bad after beating number 1 Arizona, that list might swell. Maybe that's where your notoriety is being overratedly mediocre. Football seems to be the convenient whipping boy. How about whipping your classically underachieving hoops program that outspends 9 or 10 other programs in your conference every year to finish 5th or 6th? As an Aggie fan, I hope UNM drops down and de-emphasizes football. Maybe the Mountain West will pluck New Mexico State to take their place. Crimsonally and shaking my head, Jason. Damn. Damn. Validity of that?
The football dropping down stuff, yeah.
Well, the whole that football is somehow keeping basketball down. His point is, and his point, No, I agree with you. See, I think there's some validity in his point, and he did it in a very, very aggressive way to make a point. But football is not in any way detracting from basketball. Basketball's, give me the word, is it woes, blind spots, boundaries, not reaching the levels which you, it has nothing to do with football. Basketball has had every opportunity, and paying a football coach just $250,000 and putting that other $400,000 into basketball is not what's keeping basketball from getting to the Final Four. In fact, when was the last time? How many years has it been since they've been in the NCAA tournament? Is that football's fault?
It is not football's fault.
And to his point that you've got this romantic, what did he say? This romantic obsession with hoops. Again, you've got a good program. You've got a good building. You've got a good fan base. But
nothing wrong with that. The passion for hoops here.
It's great.
Basketball, it's basketball over everything else. And you can say the same thing in Las Cruces.
Yep.
At the Division I level.
Yep. Wow. I mean, there's some points in there, though, that you say, all right. Now, it hits you hard. And I'm sure Lobo fan is maybe scribing up their own to hit back. And it's going to be about their conference and about whatever. That's fine. Lobo Hobo says, boy, you know what, Jeffy? If Davey leaves, I'm not sure that automatically guarantees folks are coming back to University Stadium. The first 2 home games next year are Idaho State and UMass. I don't care if Vince Lombardi's the coach. I don't see tickets flying out the door. All right. I'm not sure that if it was Boise State and Notre Dame, some of you would go anyway, right? Does it matter? John says on Football Morning, well, I agree with you on UNM dropping the ball and keeping up with maintenance and improvements. I've long thought the stadium should have been updated and the grass removed and made into a bowl seating arrangement. The funny thing is you railed against it a couple of years ago and said when it's getting $35K plus consistently, then maybe that should be considered. But then you've constantly, it says, flip-flopped on issues concerning the athletic department, like when you defended Krebs on his golf trips, saying us Pobre fans don't understand how it works. Then flip-flopping on that issue also. But getting past all that doesn't justify the product Davies putting out on the field. Time to revamp and get serious about the program and drop it all together. Did I flip-flop on the golf trip? I still don't think that the golf trip was a big issue. I still don't. I understand the mismanagement of the money. I understand, but if I flip-flopped on the golf trip, I don't think the idea of a booster golf trip, a fundraising trip, which is done in many other places, I still don't.
I don't think that's what people are getting hung up on. It's at that level. How can you?
Yeah, I don't
just be so naive to mismanage and then expect
I don't
to
think,
just continue to do your job.
Have I ever said that I think they? Because actually, I don't have a problem with the grass. Have I ever said that? Did I flip-flop saying that they should? I said they need improvements on the stadium. I think I ever said that they should make a bowl and get rid of the grass. Have I ever?
I don't even
make a bowl and get rid of the grass.
Yeah, well, no, you suggested south end zone. Is that what you're talking about?
You suggested something about the paint, and it would have been.
Well, yeah, maintenance. Yeah, but I believe that there's improvements that are needed to the stadium. The press box obviously is antiquated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they need more club seating and suite seating.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever said that they should fill in the bowl. I don't think. Did I? I'm not sure I flip-flopped on those. In fact, I'm fairly sure I've not. But that's all right. I mean, to his point, they need to get serious, and his point is to revamp the program altogether. You're constantly doing maintenance to get things better. I'm not sure that I have flip-flopped on that. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Emails, Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com. We're about 3 hours away from the trade deadline in the National Football League. We saw a trade last night. Trent Williams went cross town, right? Jets to the I'm sorry. That's not the trade. That's not the trade I'm talking about.
There was one, though.
There's a Leonard Williams.
Yeah, Leonard Williams went.
Jets to the Giants.
The Jets to the Giants.
Trent Williams, that offensive tackle.
Yeah, they don't want to let him
still
go.
Available. I haven't heard from Trent Sellers in a while.
Yeah. He's still undrafted.
Yes, he is. All right, 24606. We'll get into some of the NFL stuff as well. I got more emails to read. Come on in.
We're all flustered now, trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm trying to remember, when did I ever say fill in the bowl? I just don't think I ever did.
I'm hearing a lot of de-emphasize, hearing a lot of cut, not hearing a lot of people saying that they'd come back.
See, I'm not hearing a lot of de-emphasize. I'm hearing that emphasize, but I'm not hearing a lot of I'll come back. I'm hearing different than you are. I'm hearing de-emphasize. I'm hearing you got to reset, re-emphasize, but I'm not hearing but I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, I don't hear that.
Yeah.
Like we're at the point we get it. Bob Davie is not winning people back over. But he's the head coach of the football team. They got 4 games left. That's the reality of what's happened this regular season. But if a change is made, not hearing a lot of people say, yeah, I'll give him a chance. I'll come back to support local football, some new energy. There's a whole lot of hitting that eject button.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our sixth-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career.
So, Joe Flacco got injured at the podium.
Well.
What do you mean, well?
Dealing with some neck injuries, and now it's official, and we can do the fun herniated disc.
Seemed like he was just fine finishing the game, and then he went and criticized the team, and all of a sudden he's ruled out for next. I'm just saying, injured at the what do you call it? Podium. Thank you, podium.
I was going to say
that's the case. Just burn it all down. If you're benching your quarterback for criticizing your head coach,
which you agree with, by the way,
it's absolutely the right call on Joe Flacco's part. You have to be aggressive, try
to win a damn game.
You want the ball in your hands. You don't want to say, "Oh, let's just put it on our defense." How's that worked out for you? Remember the Bears game. Remember the Jacksonville game. Yeah. And I can add to the Colts game. Yeah. It's not a very good football team, but somehow, some way, they could actually be in the wild card race, which is just outrageous.
They could be.
The reality is hitting them hard in the face when you're starting Brandon Allen, and you're like, "Is Drew Lock ready? I don't know. Do you want to burn his confidence down? You're not too good. Then why do you draft him?" I'm so tired of this talk with quarterbacks and their confidence, and we don't want to get them hurt. Then don't sign the contract.
And their field goal defense is horrible. Kidding.
The fact that what has Drew Lock been doing? Yes, he's been injured, but you can't get him ready to get back.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like, what was he doing the last 8 weeks? Just standing on the sidelines, playing League of Legends on his cell phone? Like, what's going on?
Probably. Hello, Jeffrey. How you living?
Oh, I'm good. Everything is good, man. Beautiful day here.
Beautiful.
With respect to Lobo football, I've been here all my life. You know, Lobo, Booster, all that kind of thing. You know, I've never seen the program, the Lobo football program. It's such a woeful, sad state, and I certainly don't pretend to have all the answers. But one overarching point that I think has to be made, and I was watching the end of the game on Facebook, you know, streaming the game live. There must have been 5,000 actual persons in the stadium. I know it was announced at $12,000, and that's a homecoming game. And again, I'm making this statement, this point, without any judgment, just pure observation. There's a term used in organizational industrial psychology called comprehensive indifference, and that to me is the issue with Lobo football more than any one other thing. If you ask the average person in Albuquerque Metro about Lobo football, it's not even on their radar screen. And that's the issue. It's you have callers that have some motivation and some interest, some quote-unquote consideration. You can build on that. When people care, like, I don't like Bob Davie, I like Bob Davie, we need more suites, we need a new logo, at least you can build on that. You can leverage interest. But I think the real overarching and salient problem of football, and I don't know what the solution is comprehensive indifference. The average person, it's not even a consideration. If you ask the average person about Lobo football, they just don't care. And it's hard, it's difficult to leverage aloofness or comprehensive indifference to that extent. And that's the issue. And it's somewhere along the line over the last 50 years, it slowly eroded the interest in that particular program. And how you recapture that, I have no idea. But it certainly isn't with a coach that doesn't engage into the community. And I can speak to Alfred personally because I worked with him on several projects when I was at the Chamber. He did engage when you asked him. He did. Whether you like the guy or not personally because of his arrogance, he was engaged. Yeah. And he would show up. But it's comprehensive indifference. That to me is a salient problem with Lobo.
30.
Yeah. All right. No, that's good. And how do you re-engage is the question. Thank you, Jeffrey. How do you re-engage? Because I think he's
20.
The indifference is incredibly concerning. I want more about the podium injury when we get back. That fired JJ up for the first time in about a minute.
10.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Dolphins Steelers on Monday night had Miami looking for its first win of the year versus the 2-4 Steelers, but it wasn't meant to be. Mason Rudolph threw for 2 touchdowns and a pick. Juju Smith-Schuster had 103 receiving yards and a touchdown, and James Conner ran for 145 and a touchdown as the Steelers win 27-24. With the trade deadline set to expire at 4 p.m. Eastern today, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport says the Redskins are open to trading left tackle Trent Williams. Tom Pelissero adds that Washington is saying it has a second-round pick on the table, meaning D.C. is likely holding out for a first-round offer. And despite a Week 8 win versus the Bears, the Los Angeles Chargers announced Monday that Ken Whisenhunt has been relieved of his duties as offensive coordinator. Quarterbacks coach Shane Steichen will take over the calling for the time being. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-291-6670. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in...
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
If you've been hurt at work, you know how important it is to get your workman's compensation check. But the insurance company's giving you the runaround. Your bill collectors are calling, and you could lose your car or even your home. And it's not your fault. The Fogel Law Firm specializes in workman's comp claims. Workman's comp has its own laws and court. Just any lawyer can't get you every dollar you need to recover. Don't settle for less. Call the Fogel Law Firm and put their almost 4 decades of experience to work for you. 255-9092 or Fogel, Fogel, lawfirm.com.
Have a spooktacular Halloween this year by planning ahead and not driving drunk. The Sports Animal is partnered with Ron Bell Injury Lawyers, the City of Albuquerque, the Department of Family and Community Services, and Uber to help end DWI. Open the Uber app now and enter the code ABQTreat19. After the party, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. This offer is free to the first 1,000 people who use the code between noon on October 25th and 3 a.m. on November 1st. Together, we can end DWI.
Hi, it's me, your nose. I'm so congested. Use the Vicks Sidex nasal spray, would you? Mouth breather. Yeah, the Vicks Sidex nasal spray. Starts working in seconds and lasts for up to 12 hours.
I can breathe again. Vicks Sinex nasal spray is incredible. I feel like a whole new nose. Oh, let's buy a new car so we can smell it. Oh, we're really breathing now.
For nasal congestion relief, get Vicks Sinex and breathe freely fast. Use as directed.
Pros know there's a lot more to a tile job than tile. But here's something even pros don't know. The Home Depot's just lowered prices on tile essentials. Grout, mortar, backer board, sponges, everything a pro needs to do the job. And know this, we won't be beaten on flooring prices. Guaranteed. Well, what do you know about that? New lower prices on tile essentials for the pro. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Exxon and Mobil present How to Be Supremium. First, fill your tank with Exxon and Mobil's Supremium Fuel. New Synergy Supreme Plus. It keeps your engine 2 times cleaner for better gas mileage. Then get the rest of your car 2 times cleaner. My horn is so clean it squeaks. Sorry about that. So clean your engine with new Exxon and Mobil Synergy Supreme Plus. It's supreme. It's premium. It's Supremium. Fill up today or go to Exxon.com for details.
Synergy Supreme Plus gas compared to Synergy regular gas and poor fuel injected engines. Benefits based on continuous use and may vary.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
Heard at the podium. Go up, talk about how your team's not giving you a chance to win. How do we not go for it? Oh, I'm not playing next week. My neck hurts. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser. Alden's producing for you on the ProView side. Got a lot of emails to read today as well. 2460610, Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Glad you're here. Quarterback spoke out, and now you get you some Brandon Allen. Not Josh Allen, not even Kyle Allen. Not Allen Branch. No. You get Brandon Allen. What number does he wear?
I don't even know.
I'm going to say...
What do I do with my Cortland Suttons and things like that?
11's a good number.
I mean, it just hurts everybody all around. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe Flacco went out and ran his face. Most emotion Joe Flacco's shown. What?
Oh, man. I was with him post-game. And then herniated disc.
Herniated disc. All right, you got trades in the NFL. Anything else on the trade deadline as we're on it now? We're 11:30 is the trade deadline. Anything I need to know about this morning?
No.
All right. No Melvin Gordon. No Darius Slay. Nothing. All right. Bill Belichick may coach into the 70s. His 70s.
Why the heck not? Keep racking up those victories.
Yeah, no reason why not. No reason. Leonard Williams traded to the Giants. I read it's a steep price. I'm like, really? Is it really? A third-round pick in 2020 and a fifth-round pick in 2021? That doesn't seem like a steep price for a guy who was like top 5 pick overall and at the time considered the best defensive prospect in the draft when he came out of USC. Seems like a steal for the Giants, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. People just look at all these teams and say they have to get draft picks. You have to acquire draft picks, especially if you're rebuilding like the Giants are when you go with Daniel Jones, and the Jets are still in that mode of, oh, we got Sam Darnold, go too. Oh, it's still not great. Draft picks are overvalued in every sport. The high ones, you'd like to keep them. First, second rounders, third, okay, but you're getting a good defensive lineman in there, and you think forward, are we going to get a player that's better than Leonard Williams, that third-round pick next year? No. So people freak out way too much about draft picks. The same thing with Kenyon Drake going to Arizona. Like, oh, why would you make that trade? It's a fifth-round pick.
Yeah.
Are you getting someone better than Kenyon Drake next year in the fifth round? Who knows? The odds are slim.
Probably not.
Stop bringing up Tom Brady in all these conversations.
Why not?
It's one where teams get handcuffed.
Tom Brady.
The Rams, they're openly out there saying, we don't care about the draft as long as we get talent back.
Now. No, that's right. I think the Rams would like a first-round pick every now and then. When you're telling me about third-round picks, fifth-round picks, I can get a first-round value. And you're going to pay $4 million of a $6 million salary for me? And I can put Leonard Williams on my line? I'm doing that. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. All right, let me get you some emails. This one's from Rick. It says, pro player longevity and loyalty. Good morning. Earlier, you guys were talking about athlete longevity, and that got me thinking about player loyalty. Do you guys ever see any Major League Baseball 5 to 6 year players finishing their careers with the teams they're with now? Nolan Arenado, maybe? So he's talking like a Tony Gwynn kind of Cal Ripken career.
Mike Trout.
Okay. His next big one's coming up. Clayton Kershaw?
He works. The answer is going to be no because of money, wanting to win, and teams. If you're not good, why would
Ryan
you?
Zimmerman.
Yeah. But moving forward, that's like a dude that's going to retire next year probably.
Yeah. You're at the back end. I mean, you just never know. You can say, well, Alex Bregman, but who knows what his next you just don't know. I mean, do you see it? It's rare, right? The Gwynns, the Ripkins, the George Bretts.
And sports has changed so much in what teams do, what they're willing to do, what they want to do in those situations. Like the players that move late in their career, it's the franchises and the fan base are like, thank you, but if you want to go do something else and we're not good, that's fine with us. We're just going to try to rebuild over here.
And I'm going to go get paid somewhere else, by the way. Yeah, I don't know that I do, at least not in big numbers.
Few and far between.
HB says it all starts with the students. Jeff, if the students are packing University Stadium, if Lobo football is not a priority on campus, why do you think Joe and Jane six-pack are going to show up? Do you think it all starts with the students?
I think building long-term fans, yes.
Because that's the alumni base, and that's what's going to be here in long-term. And I wonder what percentage, and I don't know the answer to this, what percentage of the alumni is staying in Albuquerque? Not even just in New Mexico, but in Albuquerque where they're the fan base, right? How many people are leaving? I mean, I honestly don't know the answer to this. But to your point and to his point, that's how you start getting fans. Right? College football is that passion. It's old State U or old the old alumni. And those are the people like all my phone blows up every time the Aztecs are playing, right? Those guys are all sitting in their same seats, right? They live in San Diego. They're all there. They're all bitching about Rocky's offense because they're 7-1, but they're not scoring enough points. Same thing. But that's where that started, right? Going to games when you were in college, and then become an alum, and that's a fan base. I think there's something to that. Why would you think people, if they haven't been going for the last 15 years, now that those people are making money and they're in the community, why would they start going now? I think there's something to that. Yeah.
And that is a classic. Can you get them for a half? Can you get them to pre-party and then at halftime go to all the rest of the parties?
Tellus says Bob Clark's doing this topic as well. I didn't even know that they were doing this over on 770. And he says folks over there are calling in claiming that football tickets are too expensive.
Oh.
You guys both just moaned.
Immediately, just like really.
Well, the three of you just moaned. It just proves that people in Albuquerque want a Sizzler steak for the price of a Big Mac. No, I think they want the Sizzler steak for the price of free. Sizzler steak. Sizzler still do steak? Sizzler still around?
Are they still around?
Is there still Sizzler?
Is there a Sizzler left in the United States?
I don't even know.
It's like Blockbuster. Where'd they go?
Of all the issues, like too expensive? That just
tickets now.
You know what my state motto is, right? Like New Mexico's got green. We got an official bird, and we've got an official plant, and we got an official vegetable. Everything, right? And I'm a license plate. It says Land of Enchantment or New Mexico, USA. I think the official statement or the official phrase for New Mexico, where nothing's ever free enough. Seriously,
yes,
that should be on the license plates. Where nothing is ever free enough, and I think that's. I mean, just give me the tickets and maybe I'll go. You think I'm kidding?
I'll go.
You're over there laughing at me.
No, I'm laughing
because it's true. Yeah. And if you give something to somebody once for free, next time that whatever comes up, they don't say thank you. I'm gonna go back to that. They say bleep you if you don't give it to them free again.
They're like, wait a second, I don't get more free things.
You think I'm wrong?
No,
you're over there shaking your head.
No, I'm shaking the head at that response. It says you shouldn't be, man. You should be thankful.
It's how it is, man. New Mexico, where nothing's ever free enough. It's the truth. That's what I tell people all the time. What, it's not free enough? What are you talking about?
I think it's more expensive to go out on isotopes, and people are spending the money to do that. At least, even for me, yes, I've got a big family, but I've spent it at least once. So, hey.
Well,
hey.
I'm not telling you shouldn't
spend.
I mean,
you could do it, right?
I don't know if you can do it.
What are we doing?
It's your call. I just don't think. I mean, why? Because it's what is it? $10 a park, $5 a park. What is it? But if you go to the fair, how much is it? How much does it go to the fair? You got to pay to park there.
Yeah, I think it's $5 there too.
It was $15 at Balloon Fiesta. You go there. I didn't hear anybody complain.
This also goes back to entertainment value.
Okay, and that's the conversation.
Don't tell me tickets too much. You tell me they're not worth it right now.
I can listen.
I'll listen to that.
Yeah,
not that they're too much.
Yeah, I can listen to that.
Because you can't sit here and then equate a day at the fair to going to Lobo football game because you're going to have a lot more fun at the state fair right now.
If that's your thing. Yeah, I don't know that I would, but okay, if that's your thing. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not a big state fair guy.
See that first half. You were having fun at football games.
I was having you're right. I was having fun at football games this weekend. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And there were and there were energetic crowds, people dancing. And yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, I know you see those vehicles around town. They got the initials IPS on them. You know who they are? International Protective Service. And that is the security company I trust to watch my home. Police are wonderful. There's just simply not enough of them to respond quickly to all the home break-ins and all the alarms that go off. And typically, what good's an alarm if nobody's going to respond to it? IPS responds typically within 5 to 7 minutes, maybe less, with armed-trained security personnel. Hundreds of homeowners and business owners in Albuquerque and Santa Fe rely on IPS to protect their property. If you've got a vacation coming up, IPS can patrol your home while you're away. They'll move your trash cans to the curb and back, give your home that lived-in look, pick up your newspaper, your mail. Call them at 897-2420. 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. Those vehicles you see in your neighborhood, that means someone on your street refuses to be a victim of property crime. Don't wait until something bad happens. Let IPS secure what's valuable to you. Call IPS at 897-2420.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am,
prize is an ultimate man cave power recliner and a flat screen TV. Full details and rules at our website. These sports animals pick the pros. Brought to you by Quant's Auto Body, American Home Furniture and Mattress.
One more, fellas.
0.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Veterans, please listen to this message. ABQ Guns thanks you for your service by offering Glock's Salute to the Veterans Discount Program for New Mexico veterans. But this offer ends on November 11th, Veterans Day. ABQ Guns is the largest stocking Blue Label dealer in the state and is the only woman veteran-owned firearms store in Albuquerque. Veterans, you're invited to ABQ Guns in the Riverside Plaza on Coors just north of Montano. Call 899-1144 for details. Remember, the sale ends November 11th. Time is running out for great savings only at ABQ Guns.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
What are they feeling in Reno right now about having to play at 8:30 at night against New Mexico?
I think there's a lot of people wondering why. For this
You think?
specific game.
Yeah, it might be. All right, come on in, 246-0610 or 888-922-0610. We've been wherever you want to go today. From the World Series to the great Monday Night Football last night to the trade deadline to the hoopsketball.
Just want to be entertained.
Entertain me.
Entertain me.
Entertain me. All right, well, the real Slim Grady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. What's up?
Entertainment value assessors of the OD and the AM. What's going on?
Lots. What's happening with you?
Hey, man, did you guys know that the neurology department at UNM Med School, they had to not have their rotation come back because there was no accreditation. They couldn't get accredited. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, wait a minute.
If they'd have cut Davy's salary, damn.
Why are we pouring money into a medical school that can't even keep its neurology accreditation?
That's a really good point.
And
that's my money, damn it. That's taxpayer money. That's my money.
Right. And did you know that ticket sales for Pokemon this past season, they were down, I believe, 15%.
Damn it.
Why are we pouring money into a facility that's not attracting anybody?
Well, that's a great point.
I just don't understand. So it's interesting when you hear these same old tired ass calls, and what's interesting is this: if football, let's just say, if football went away, I don't think that these folks really understand the gravity or the magnitude of a decision like that. And I'll even say this: these folks that are calling in and do this, do that, and all the football is this, and stop pouring money in this and that, they actually are unwittingly validating the point that football matters. That football, whether we're good or not or whatever, but football matters. And I'll give you another example. When when schools that come in to play Lobo basketball, when the schools that don't have football teams come in, what's the first thing people say? Who's that? Where are those dudes from? Why are we playing that team? I've never heard of them. And I promise you, 99% of all the schools that people have heard of, that are good, or we think they're pretty good, with the exception of a Gonzaga, with the exception of maybe a Butler, all those schools made their athletic reputation off of football, positive or negative. So all this talk about getting rid of it or dropping down to D1, and I'll say this, and I didn't get a chance to comment on this. JJ knocked it out of the park the other day when he talked about if Lobo football were to drop down from D1, your recruiting would fall apart. There are certain kids that play sports just because, hey, this was my only D1 offer. This is my only chance to play D1 football, D1 whatever. And if that D1 goes away, and if you're thinking you're still going to get the exact same kids that you have now, you're living in a
no, because now you can have the New Mexico kids. Now you can have, right? There's that thought. Well, now you can go get all those, and I don't know that you would. I don't know if that would be the emphasis. But I think, the caller, JJ hit this earlier. The caller and I think we said it out the air that said, just pay the football coach $250,000 and let's just be what we are and just suck. That was probably, let's find a high school coach from New Mexico and recruit New Mexico kids and just that was your interpretation of that philosophy, right?
Yeah, and to me, there's no need for me to pile on with any more negative superlatives, and it's just a lack of really understanding. And the next person that calls in and says, I don't want to spend my tax dollars paying a football coach $500,000 and says exactly how much tax dollars that's going to cost them, will be the first. I would love for someone to call in and say, well, Davey's buyout is $1 million. That's going to cost me X number of dollars in my tax dollars. And I don't want to renovate University Stadium. I don't want to pay a basketball or football coach over $1 million because it's going to cost me X.
Yep.
The next person that does that, I will be the first. And I tell you what, hey, that's a huge respect because I guarantee you they have no idea. And, well, it's the principle of it. Okay, well, then the principle of not having a football team will wreck your university. And if the state only has one school playing D1 football, you talk about, the state struggles enough to keep talent, to keep people, to attract businesses and all that. And whether we like it or not, football/sports matter. When people are looking for a place to live, when companies are looking for a place to park their business, all that matters. And whether they say it or not, I promise you it does. So let's pump the brakes on this whole get rid of this and that and really try to take a realistic step. Now, and I mentioned it yesterday in the email, and folks said, oh, I hate Bob Davey and I hate this and I don't like the coach, I'm not going. That's just, if you want to say that, you don't like the coach. I mean, am I a huge fan of the guy? I'm not a huge fan of the guy. I wouldn't go out and have beers with the guy, even if I had an opportunity. But if I want to complain, I complain from the stands. If I want to complain, if it's a road game, I complain in front of my TV. It's one of those things where you can still be a supporter. You can still actually like the university and support all the programs and not like the coach. The two are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I know you disagree with that.
Yeah, if you're done with the product, you're not going to spend money on it until there's a change, just to support the university.
I understand being done with the product, but my point is, if the product and the coach, if you have those two inextricably linked, then to me, that's the issue. Now, does that mean that a coaching change need to be made in order to change the product? Okay. Okay, fine. And so when do you get past that? When do you get past hating the coach and wanting to support the product?
Probably when
that's what I don't understand.
Yeah. I think probably when there's a coach in there that you don't hate. That's probably the threshold, right? I mean, I think that's where it is for a lot of people.
Well, all right. Well, I guess
I understand.
Like a lot of people.
I understand that your train of thought. I think there's a lot of people who are thinking differently, and they're like, you know what? I've supported this program long enough, and it's done the same thing with the same people in the same way. Why am I surprised? I think that's where people are. I appreciate the way you think. I wish more people thought that way. But to JJ's point, right? I mean, you're
when you talked about this earlier with the previous caller, Jeff, I think there's people that want to support it, but they're not just going to blindly keep buying tickets for something that they can't get excited for and they can't get behind right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, man. Good to hear you.
Appreciate the time.
Enjoy. How cold is it up there, by the way? Chilly? It's got to be chilly. If it's 29 down here, it's got to be.
Like I think everyone appreciates the mindset. The reality of it is, entertainment money is a real thing, and you can still want to support local football. And I've seen it in conversations, and I've talked with people that they do want to support local football, but they're not just going to keep blindly buying tickets if it's not something they're excited for or think there's a positive future right now.
No,
and that's with anything you consume in your life.
Yeah, people are frustrated, and when you don't understand the whole process, and there's no way, you don't, the people who are intimately involved with this understand it. When they say, why are we doing the same thing? Because, we should do this, we should do this, we should do it. In their mind, it's not getting done the way they feel it should be. And so I appreciate Grady's thought process and Larry, right? It's about the university. It's about the colors. It's about, old alumni U. They're 2-6. They were 3-9 the last 2 seasons. I mean, it's frustrating right now, and I understand.
And it's easy to get caught up in it too. But this isn't like just a New Mexico problem. You look at other programs that struggle, go through years of not winning, get to that point where people feel a change is needed. You're gonna see a dip even in loyal fans because it's what am I paying for at this point in time?
Yeah, I think all that's fair.
Sports.
246-0610. Come on in, 888-922-0610. I'll get you some emails when we come back. It's the opening drive on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
$4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline.
Clark, how did we do that? I don't even know. Clark and Hot Take Dougie were in our studio. Right? Two other hosts from other shows and we pissed them both off.
Really?
They both marched off in a tizzy. Did you see that?
They were so mad.
What did you say?
It was a joke. Oh, it was a joke? My question wasn't that crazy.
Pissed them both off. They're both
Really?
just ran off in a tizzy. Just
Drop football. I'm like, oh, just across the board. It was a joke. What are you talking about? Why are you so angry?
Clark says, drop football. I'm kidding. Because I said, you're stupid.
Wow. Like, it's...
then Kit Missile popped her little head out of the traffic closet. What? What's going on out here?
Angry. Storming away.
Look what you people have done.
Wow.
It's the opening drive. I'm glad Alden got to see that on 95.9 FM
enjoyed
AM
it.
610 Sports Animal, also on ProView Network.
Hey, I like to ask follow-up questions on things. I didn't know he was joking. I didn't know the context of it. He gets so angry. And
that was
go back
classic.
to support this or that. Like, it's not groundbreaking information that support's going to suffer if something is struggling. It happens in pro sports. It happens all across the nation. We're at a point where you ask the question, what's next? How can you just start re-energizing some of those fans? And to Grady's point, the people that stop going to football teams doesn't mean they stop supporting Lobos. They're just not supporting that aspect of it right now. There's still people that are spending money on basketball, excited for basketball season, will be attending that. Football's a big question mark. And you cannot go to football games and still be a Lobo supporter. It doesn't go.
Hot Take Dougie said you should just pour it all into basketball. And you're like, what money? And then he stormed off too.
Oh,
It's like, okay, come in. We're having a conversation. It's been part of our show. I'm just, Penny, you have something on it? Oh, you got nothing, Doug, like every other time?
Oh,
wait.
Look what you did. Dang, look what he did. Hot Take JJ. Rod says,
where's your Browns take this week, Doug?
Oh, it'll come on Friday. They're going to beat the Broncos. Nobody wants to go to that, says Rod. I've told this story on the OD before, Jefferson, back in the day when I was a graduate student working on a survey project. I suggested an incentive of Lobo football tickets. Group members laughed and told me, nobody wants to go to that. Maybe you can get basketball tickets instead. Nobody wants to go to football. This was during the Coach Shepard days. Lack of interest is not new and not unique to Bob Davie. Got it. How do you change it? You just say, well, it's always been that way, so it always will be that way, and let's just accept sucking, or you try to... I mean, honestly, am I wrong?
No, it's like never weighed on me more.
I know.
Than till right now.
Yeah. I know.
So I know New Mexico is not considered a football state, but there's no reason why we can't...
pro football state.
We can't be at least decent, right, in college football. I mean, compared to maybe Tech, SMU,
I'm just saying. Here's what I don't accept. I don't accept. Well, we've always been this way, and so it's just that's one where I just sit here and struggle. You know, we're never going to be a football, never support it because we never have, and we've never been good, so we never can be. That's where I just struggle with the whole. We've always and I don't care if it's talking about football program or your life or your business or scholastically. I got a problem accepting, well, it's always been that way, so let's stop trying, and we're
and I think that's the key, because I agree with you. I just, when I came, yes, I didn't expect football to be this great thing here in this state, but hey, I'm like, hey, there's a D1,
it's kind of cool. Let's go have fun.
It's cool, and so I wanted to support it, but man.
I know. Hello, Edward.
It's an uphill battle.
Well, gentlemen, good morning. It's good to hear the deliberation this morning. I guess Hot Take Dougie's still a little frustrated from this past weekend.
Damn,
with his bold predictions. And Bob Clark, Mr. Righto, I love Bob Clark. I enjoy everything that he talks about. He's a pretty intelligent guy, but who knows what his walk-off was this morning. So at least they engage. This whole changing of the narrative, Jeff, that you talk about, well, we've always been this way, and to change the narrative is exceedingly difficult, but it can be done. And you have to be consistent. You have to be bold, forthright, And the narrative can change
you
with
have
this
to
football
persevere.
program.
You have to be perseverant. You can't just get knocked down at the first obstacle. It's not easy. It's something that's obviously long embedded, but it just, gosh, you can't just walk away from it.
Now, Jeffrey, when he calls in, he says, and I completely agree with him, this program has reached a point of apathy, and that's a dangerous place to be, where you're not really hot or cold. You're just kind of, hey, it really doesn't matter. And I think that narrative definitely needs to change, and I think we'll see how that goes over the next couple of years. But I didn't call to talk about all that. You know what I called to talk about?
No.
The Crushers' 5-star picks, yet a third consecutive winning week, my friends. You know what the Crushers batting at this year? His clip, 58%. 58%, which is better than the Vegas odds makers. And I also had some predictions. I didn't get the cover in the Colts-Broncos game. Some weird, goofy stuff that happened in that game. Otherwise, it would have been a perfect week. But I did say that Notre Dame was going to lose to Michigan, and they got thumped.
Kind of.
I also predicted that Wisconsin was going to get taken apart by Ohio State.
It happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Boy, that was not good.
Brave. That was brave.
And, just a couple of other things that transpired over the weekend. But what I'm anxiously anticipating today are the New England Patriots at a perfect 8-0, which they may go down Sunday night. Are they going to trade for O.J. Howard from Tampa and get a dynamic tight end? Or are they going to trade a number 1 pick for Trent Williams coming out of Washington for a solid left tackle and move Isaiah Wynn to guard and get a dominant running game to win an unprecedented 7th championship? Those are the dilemmas I face today. But interesting topics. Love the conversation. Love the weather. And I appreciate you guys taking my call. Have a delightful day.
Good day. That was pleasant. You get 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours before the trading deadline. A little bit. So he went out on a limb on the Wisconsin-Ohio State thing, huh? Alden's entertained today, too. What the hell happened today? We're just in our little...
There was like one person in this building that picked Wisconsin. It was Mike Vitale.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. 770's doing this topic according to Lobo Hobo. Jeff, you had a couple of callers claiming to be fans say they quit going to the games when Davey didn't kick the guys kneeling in the Air Force game off the team. Okay. That was now 2 full seasons ago?
Yeah.
And it's fair. A lot of people have not, a lot of people have not gotten over that. Now, are they going to get over it if there's a new coach?
What kind of country you want? In their world, they want it.
Well.
Oh, you're against my opinion? Get out of here. You don't deserve anything. That's where we're seeing life going these days.
That's
kick them off the football team. Get over yourself.
That's what people wanted at that point, right? Come on. It's all about the cold, Jeff. I just don't think people in New Mexico can handle the cold, and it keeps them away from the stadium. Yesterday afternoon, it was like 50 degrees, 55? Yet I saw people walking around in coats and gloves and scarves and boots. It looked like they were dressed for a visit to the North Pole. It's from Gus. It's all about the cold. That's why people aren't going on Saturday afternoons. Was it cold Saturday afternoon?
No, it was nice.
I
actually got a little hot.
Huh?
Hey,
what?
How did Edward get the nickname Crusher?
He gave it to himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's self.
There you go. I just had some callers call.
Yeah,
we're wondering how
he's self.
They said that Edward seems like a small man, and usually a Crusher nickname is, for larger men.
Yeah, that was absolute self-gloss. Is that correct? So it was cold. That's what Gus thinks. It's people don't like the cold, and so the thought of it might be cold one day kept them away from the stadium on a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon. Correct? All right, I'm listening to them all, man.
Yeah.
I don't care. Too hot,
you
too
are.
cold, too Saturday, too late, too early, too expensive. We heard today, right?
Yep.
All right.
The only question I have right now
is it's too stupid. What?
It's not too stupid because you're a businessman. You have to listen.
I know it's not
even
stupid.
if you think
I'm kidding. None
it's
of it's
frustrating.
Stupid. How about that?
That's
fair.
Is where we're at.
It's not
but
stupid.
that's the reality. This team has lost 5 in a row.
Yeah.
If they don't beat Nevada, they're losing 9 in a row. Like that's what this season could come down to right now.
And that would be correct. Too frustrating. Too many losses. So
we're at the point.
Yes.
With the current coaching staff, people aren't coming back that are gone. My question, and it's going to be asked the rest of the season, if and when there's a change, are you giving it a try again, or are you done for good? Still haven't heard that.
Do you think
I still hear the talk about, de-emphasize this, cut this, put more in basketball. Are you outright done? Because I got to believe there's still some people that would like to support it. Are you coming back?
Is it going to depend on who it is?
Like, and if it's not a former Lobo, if it's not a connection to
a big name,
the Rocky Long years, and it's a coordinator, is that going to just fly over everyone's heads?
It's the opening drive. Answer the question, please. JJ wants to know.
Answer the question!
On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Science with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Robert Half, the experts in accounting, finance, IT, legal, marketing, and administrative staffing. Today's birthday shout-out goes to the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. With the Bengals off to an 0-8 start for the first time since 2008, there have been rumblings in the jungle that Mike Brown should try to shop Dalton before today's trade deadline expires. Certainly Kansas City, Washington, Tampa Bay, and Chicago would strongly consider adding the 9-year veteran quarterback. However, the most likely scenario is that the red-headed TCU alum will serve as a bridge to and possibly mentor for Bama's Tua Tagovailoa, Georgia's Jake Fromm, or the new flavor of the month. That would be LSU's Joe Burrow. It wasn't supposed to end this way for the three-time Pro Bowler who led Cincinnati to the playoffs in each of his first 4 seasons. But football, like life, isn't always fair. Meantime, happy 32nd birthday, Andy. Try to enjoy it if you can. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Filling an opening at your company means more than just finding an employee. You're looking for a fit, a match. Robert Half understands that. We know you need someone who can do the work, someone who complements your culture. And of course, you need that someone fast. When it all comes together, it makes for a perfect fit. Satisfaction guaranteed. Robert Half, the matching experts in accounting, finance, IT, legal, marketing, and administrative staffing. Visit roberthalf.com for more information.
Hi, my name's Christina Stumble, and I own Farm Girl Flowers in San Francisco. With my Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchases. Last year, I redeemed $115,000 in cash back. Yeah, $115,000. And that doubled our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real Capital One customers pay for real stories. Credit approval required.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
O'Reilly. Prepare your vehicle for the weather ahead during Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on batteries and accessories. Plus, top off with Peak Long Life Universal Premixed Antifreeze and Coolant for just $10.99 per gallon. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, the Home Depot makes replacing your old carpet easy with more styles and colors to choose from. There's no better time to buy with free installation on any carpet purchase of $499 or more, all by licensed local pros. Backed for life. Today is the day for doing and saving with free carpet installation only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. For a limited time, $499 minimum purchase required. Typically $699. For license information, visit homedepot.com/license numbers. Valid through November 6, 2019.
You've been hurt at work. The workman's comp checks are supposed to be coming in, but they're not. The bills are piling up and no one seems to care. You have a friend in the Fogel Law Firm. In New Mexico, workers' compensation has its own court, and you need a lawyer that specializes in workers' comp. Personal injury lawyers don't have the expertise for workers' comp claims. Call the experts at the Fogel Law Firm to review your case for free. Call 255-9092 or visit Fogel, Fogel, lawfirm.com.
Richardson & Richardson Construction knows New Mexico, and they understand what it takes to build or renovate commercial and industrial structures. They're also Butler builders, using the industry-leading products and efficiencies of Butler Manufacturing. Look around the state and you'll see Butler steel buildings we've built at wind farms, manufacturing facilities, municipal facilities, and warehouses. When you're ready to build, call Richardson & Richardson Construction at 881-2268 or visit them online at www.headachefreeconstruction.com.
Call us up at 246-0610 or 888-922-0610. Brought to you by Quan's Auto Care, Collision and Mechanical Repair. We make it better. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You probably have friends or neighbors who choose Roto-Rooter for their plumbing needs. So if you're not already using Roto-Rooter, join the crowd. With 80 years of plumbing experience, Roto-Rooter will make things right. Roto-Rooter. On time and on budget.
This is John Greenhut, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. Even better, there's no messy strips or trays that you'll have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-679-0969. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-679-0969. That's 1-800-679-0969.
You work hard and you play hard, and let's face it, sometimes it hurts. So stick it to the pain with the Tiger Balm Pain Relieving Patch. It's convenient to apply, and the hydrogel technology sends Tiger Balm's proven pain relief right to your aches and pains. It's soothing, safe, and long-lasting. Made from a blend of herbal ingredients, Tiger Balm is trusted pain relief for everyone. So whatever your age or lifestyle, roar back with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts. Available at stores everywhere.
Introducing the Capital One Walmart Rewards Card. Earn unlimited 5% back on everything you buy at Walmart online. It's the perfect card for all your family's hints this holiday season. Like 5% back on the air fryer Grandpa told you about when he fell asleep in his chair.
Didn't fry anything.
Or 5% back on the laptop your sister had carolers sing to you.
2 turtle doves and a laptop for Carrie.
The Capital One Walmart Rewards Card. Earn unlimited rewards, including 5% back at Walmart online. What's in your wallet?
Terms and exclusions apply. Capital One USA NA.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You know, in some respect, I feel like it's deja vu all over again. Because every late October, early November, I get a lot of the same conversation. Basketball's going to save everything, by the way. Basketball, like how much pressure is on basketball again this year?
About the same it is every
year. Basketball's going to save everything. Basketball's going to be great. Hot take, Doug. You put all the money into basketball. You're like, what money? And he stormed out. David says, Lobo football.
I just want to say real quick. The Browns should win this weekend, but if somehow, some way, the Denver Broncos win that game, Doug is never going to hear the end of it.
Good.
Good.
All right, David said, how do you get interest? We've never been good or had interest, ? Look at the list of top 10 crowds. Most of those were 10 to 18 years ago when Rocky was coach. All crowds between 30 and 40,000. Why? They consistently won and finished near the top of the conference. It can be done, but you have to win consistently. Yes, it can be done. That's the whole it can't be done BS. It can't be done. We've never – stop it. Yeah, it can. Todd says, not just here, Jeffy Lube, and you're right. Wasn't Nevada in a bowl last year, yet that kind of crowd they're going to draw in Reno Saturday night might be 14,000 an ounce, with half that at most butts actually in the Mackey Stadium seats. Yeah, no, look, nobody's saying it's just here. Nobody. I'm not going out to try to solve the world's problems. I can't even solve the problems around here.
I know.
Like.
And I got this from Russ on Twitter, _JJ Buck. He says, when basketball is in the top 25, I had season tickets and donated money to the program and Lobo Club. Football will never be competitive with Power 5 schools. When they hit the top 25 in football, I'll go. The NCAA really needs a new division for mid-majors. Well, does that include the basketball program then? Like that's where it gets so frustrating. It's one versus the other. What are fair expectations? This football program should compete in the Mountain West. If you're sitting there saying, I'm only going when they're going to be in top 25, you're never supporting Lobo football. That's the bar that you were setting.
Correct. And there's 2 teams in your league right now that are in the top 25. Nobody's asking you to compete with Alabama and Notre Dame. People want you to compete with Utah State.
And I think people realize that.
Yeah. Most people
should realize that the just gap in football, there's going to be programs that have their moments. Is this local football team ever going to be a Boise State or San Diego State? Maybe 1 year
people
where you can push, but on a consistent basis, no.
Rudy says, I'm in the hospital recovering from a procedure. It was scheduled. Looks like I'm going to be fine. Too bad for Lenny. UNM and the sports community need to come together before it's too late. To blame the players or coaches is wrong. They didn't do anything to deserve this. And if you have spent any time watching this team, you see they aren't a bad team. Winning takes more than a team. It takes a community of support. If this goes away, kiss the basketball program goodbye, too. David, good morning. How you living?
Good morning. A couple of points. Ultimately, I see the prevailing arguments of put your butts in the seats and you don't go when they're good, so don't talk to me when you're not going when they're bad. The idea, though, is winning matters, and people, despite the struggle of this team and being close, can understand that losses are losses. I think Davey should go, should get fired, and the kicker is he's going to be replaced. Who knows what, better or worse, but different. The kicker is, to the previous texter or the emailer, ultimately, what seasons was UNM the highest average attendance? What were the conditions that led to that, either wins or competitiveness within the conference? And to your point, Jeff, about ultimately we'll never be there, historical data would show that no matter what is the maximum, it takes basketball and football to be a local winner, and B, still never going to get everybody of 35,000 seat arena in each game. Meaning, as much as they're good, they're not going to show up to every game.
Okay.
And yet you're going to sell out games like Alfred did with 30-win seasons. Davies nowhere close to that. It's the point I was trying to make before. If you're at Duke, you don't care how bad Duke football is because Duke basketball is carrying. If you're at Kansas State, you don't care about how bad Kansas State basketball is because Kansas State football is carrying. Do people care about Alabama basketball? No, because Alabama football. Meaning some departments are good. It's raising the question, these revenue generators are basically good because they're winning, and I think win is a big portion of that formula.
No doubt winning is a big portion of the formula. Thank you, David. No doubt winning is a big deal. Of course. Product matters. Yes, product. Nobody's saying product doesn't matter. Is anybody?
No, I'm not. You're not. There's people that say, hey, just go anyway, which is going to be tough. And if this is a basketball state over football, that's fine. But it's still fair to have the conversation of can you get some buzz? What's going to be the next step for the football program?
And I'll disagree that nobody cares at Duke. First of all, you're not Duke basketball. Okay? Can we agree to that?
Yeah, there's kind of the
can we agree?
Most extreme examples you can go to for that.
And to say Duke basketball or Duke football doesn't matter, it's not true. They went out and hired David Cutcliffe. They've gotten better. They're respectable. They turned out a top. What was Daniel Jones? What was he? 6 overall pick at quarterback. Say it doesn't matter isn't right. It isn't. All right. What a weird day, right? I mean, too bad Hot Take Adam Deal wasn't in here too.
Oof, we get him tomorrow.
Oh, you can let him hot take all over this mess. All right. Tomorrow he'll be in here.
On that Gonzaga train too.
We're going to have a world champion in football tomorrow.
And get Howard. He'll be quick.
All right, Howard says he'll be quick. Go, Howie.
Hey, guys, you know what? Congrats to Miami for snatching defeat from the jaws of victory last night.
How about that?
And real quick, the Crusher just sent me a text message clarifying one thing. He was dubbed the Crusher by 51% of the fine lady population back when he was single.
Yeah,
I just thought I'd send that out there for Hosier's information just so we could, keep it straight, right?
As long as we now understand.
We know the facts.
I knew you guys were sitting on the edge of your seat waiting for that information. Have a great day.
See ya. All right. Yeah, he sent me that too. 51%. Yeah, that was self-dubbed.
Is that a Facebook poll?
I don't. It's a face poll.
Whew, finally we got there.
Thanks to Hot Take Dougie and Bob Clark for coming in the studio today. What the hell was that? Jim Rome Show is next. The Dan Patrick Show follows that. Sports Bars this afternoon at 3. You get Lobo Talk. At 7 o'clock here on the Sports Animal. Astros win tonight? I say they do.
Yeah, Astros 6.
Yep, Astros.
We're all on the Astros tonight? Yep. All right, so we'll have Game 7 tomorrow night.
30.
Go out and enjoy a beautiful autumnal afternoon. We'll be back with more award-winning radio for you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Alden, great job.
20.
Osway, terrific job. You guys decide if terrific's better than great.
Phenomenal.
Be good to each other, please. Be kind,
10.
Caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Dan Patrick